Some inventions were supposed to change the world, and yet they failed, not just failed. They became lessons about how even the smartest ideas and inventions can go wrong forever. Today, we're diving into invention and games that had everything except success. Number 1. The Google Glass, a pair of glasses that could record, display information, and connect you to the digital world instantly. It felt like the future had arrived. But then, people started to notice something uncomfortable. You never knew if you were being recorded. Therefore, restaurants banned it. People avoided it, and suddenly, wearing Google Glass felt strange. Too strange. By 2015, the future quietly disappeared. Number 2. The new Coke. In 1985, Coca-Cola made a bold decision. They changed their original formula to compete, to be better. They called it New Coke. But something unexpected happened. People didn't just dislike it, they rejected it. Emotionally, because Coca-Cola wasn't just a drink, it was memory, identity, tradition, and changing it felt wrong. In just 79 days, the original formula came back. Number 3. The annoying assistant Microsoft Clippy. In the late 1990s, Microsoft had an idea. What if your computer could help you, like a real assistant? So they created Clippy, a small animated paperclip that would pop up while you're working, trying to help you write documents. At first, it felt smart, friendly, even funny. But then, it started appearing all the time, interrupting you, guessing what you're doing, and often getting it wrong. People didn't feel helped. They felt annoyed, very annoyed, and soon Clippy became one of the most hated features in software history. Why it failed? Because instead of helping, it interrupted. Instead of understanding, it guessed. And instead of making work easier, it made it frustrating. By the early 2000s, Microsoft quietly removed it, and Clippy became a legend of how even a simple idea can go completely wrong. Number 4. Juicero. In Silicon Valley, a startup raised millions to build a machine that could press juice, but not just any machine, a smart one. Connected to the internet, scanning juice packs. Everything about it felt advanced until one simple moment. Someone took the juice pack and squeezed it with their hands, and it worked perfectly. At that moment, the entire idea collapsed because people realized they paid hundreds for something they never needed. Number 5. Nintendo Virtual Boy. In 1995, Nintendo tried to bring the future of gaming before the world was ready. The Virtual Boy, a headset that promised 3D gaming. It sounded incredible. Step into the game, experience depth, something never seen before. But when people tried it, everything was red. Literally, red. The screen caused headaches, eye strain, and you couldn't even move your head freely. It wasn't immersive, it was uncomfortable, and within a year, it vanished. Number 6. Atari E.T, the game that almost killed an industry. In 1982, Atari rushed to release a game based on the famous movie E.T, the Extraterrestrial. They had only a few weeks to develop it, and the result? A confusing, broken game. Players didn't understand what to do. They kept falling into holes. Again and again. People returned the game in huge numbers. Millions of copies, unsold. So what did Atari do? They buried them. Literally, in a desert landfill. This game became a symbol of one of the biggest crashes in gaming history. Number 7. Concorde. For years, the world had something incredible, a plane, faster than sound. The Concorde, developed with the support of airlines like British Airways. It could cross the Atlantic in just 3 hours. It wasn't just travel, it was an experience. But speed came at a cost. Extreme fuel consumption, very expensive tickets. In July 2000, a Concorde flight operated by Air France took off from Paris. Seconds later, disaster began. A small piece of metal on the runway caused a tire to explode. Fragments hit the wing, fuel leaked, and within moments, the aircraft was on fire. The pilots tried to save it, but it crashed shortly after takeoff. All 109 people on board and 4 on the ground were killed. It was the first fatal Concorde crash and the beginning of its end. By 2003, this symbol of the future was gone. Number 8 in 1975. Sony introduced something revolutionary, Betamax, a home video system that allowed people, for the first time, to record TV shows and watch them later. It was a huge breakthrough, and technically, it was better than anything else. The video quality was sharper, the tapes were smaller, and the design felt more advanced. It should have won. But then, another format appeared. VHS. At first, Betamax was still superior. But VHS had one advantage. You could record longer. While Betamax could record around 1 hour, VHS could record 2. Sometimes even more. That meant you could record an entire movie on a single tape. And for people, that mattered more than quality. Then something else happened. VHS was cheaper, and more companies started supporting it. Rental stores chose VHS. Movie studios released more films on VHS. And slowly Betamax started disappearing. Not because it was worse, but because it didn't fit what people actually wanted. And today, Betamax is remembered as one of the biggest examples that being better doesn't always mean winning. Here's what all these stories have in common. They weren't stupid ideas. Some of them were brilliant. But success is not just about the idea. It's about timing, people, and reality. So tell me, which one of these do you think deserves a second chance today? And if you want more stories like this, subscribe our channel now